Okay, YouTube, how's it going today? So right now we're working on a built-in gutter on an older house. Is typically what I do Monday through Friday. What we have here is a pretty large drop tube or a drain in a gutter. When it's a flat roof situation, you install drop tubes. When you're on a pitched roof, it's usually gutters and outlets, but they all serve the same function. So right here, you can see inside there the outlet's pretty old. It's copper, but it's split on the seam. It's been tarred up and worked on multiple times. The gutter is equally as sizable, and it's also worn out and tired. So we're going to be replacing it with a 4-inch drop tube. Let me show you the drop tube we got here. So the downspout's copper, and you always want to do like materials. If you were to do copper and aluminum, there could be what they call electrolysis, which is a chemical reaction which corrodes it. Since this outlet or drop tubes had problems in the past, what I did was I welded everything. I welded the seam, I welded this side of the joint, I welded the inside, because we do get a lot of ice and snow, and that could be really hard when the outlet gets filled up. It wants to expand and blow it out. Right there, that's asphalt primer sprayed on the top. It's just like any other type of paint primer. It's to help adhesion. I already welded the perimeter of the outlet, so I could sleeve this in here, drop it in there, lift up these flappers, put a couple deck screws in there, and burn this around. The problem is when you have older roofs like this, the material tends to build up around the outlet. So that's why we took the time to cut out the excess material. But as you can see from this ponding here, all this water sitting here, it's still not enough. So what I'm going to end up doing is, first I'll try hammering it down, but I think we're going to end up having to cut that out. So let's try my hammer first. Clean up some of this old debris. It's tar and junk there. Get down to the original material. Just start stripping it away. Hopefully this is coming through good. I don't have my tripod with me today, so that's okay. Alright, so we'll dry fit it. See if she fits. Fits a lot better. Make sure I don't have to. Okay, see, we're going to have to drop that down. I think that'll be fine once we get our screws in there. I think it'll pull it down. Shift that over here. Can we? Let's see. And we'll just have to cut a little bit more off this side. We'll have to cut a little bit more off this side here. So. Take our hook blade. Just trim some more off. It's a shame. I don't like going over copper roofs like this, but clearly this copper must have had issues elsewhere. You know, it's definitely, I'm sure, seen its time. So the house is pretty old. I'm not too sure how old the copper is, but according to the downspout, which is pretty patinaed green, it's pretty old. Okay, that's fitting in there a lot better. Let's check this side. I think once we manipulate that with the hammer a little bit, I think we'll have something. Let's prop you up over here. Hopefully you could get a good view of anything over there. Okay, hopefully this comes through. So we'll try to get some screws in there. Ideally, you don't want to put a fastener in the water area. But hey, if it happens, it happens. Stick a crease in here. Get that outlet as low as possible. Okay. Alright, got that pretty low. Get this screw started. Alright, rubber handle. Luckily we got some nice solid wood to grab. A lot of times everything's so rotted out, you don't have anything worth grabbing onto. Ow! Ouch. You have a hard time setting a screw, just give it a tap with your hammer. Yeah, that'll punch it through and get started. A lot of times I'm working with steel and copper, and it can be difficult to get your screws started. It's either that or pre-drilling. Who wants to bother with that? Okay. All right, that's pretty good. So let's see what we got here. So there we go. We're dropped down pretty low there. We got our deck screw sunk down pretty good there. Got our other deck screw. Let's see how we're doing over here. That's pretty good. That's even with the old material. That's a little lower. Let's see if I can tap that with the hammer a little bit. Manipulate it. Yeah. Yeah. So I love copper. It's so malleable. Make it. Okay. Now, we will round off our edges. Rounded edge is harder for ice and snow and water to grab onto. We got that. Let's see, we don't want to monkey around with that any more than we have to. So we'll cut that. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. Now we're going to try to dry this area. Get my glove, maybe I'll create a dam effect. Hopefully that's not blocking your view. That's a lot of steam you're seeing just pop out. Steam and this material don't mix that well, but luckily we're going to coat it after we're done with silver, so that'll help. Okay, we'll do the same thing over here. we're going to end up going around this with more material. What we're going to do is scrape off the adhesive off the back of it to ensure a good seal. And that's the adhesive. We're going to let this sit cool for a moment before we move on. Okay, and I work another area. I say it's working. The water wants to go there already. I swept out a lot of the water, and the fall bed is still here. Wants to run there. I'm just using this. It's a MAP gas. You can pick it up at any hardware store or a big box store like Home Depot or Lowe's. I'm using it as a detail torch. They sell dedicated detail torches. I don't know. I think they're about 100, 150 bucks, something like that. Maybe 200 bucks. I don't know. I just find most of the time I do my detail work with a when I'm on a larger job with a field torch, with a big Nord torch. So little jobs like this, when I want to keep the heat and the flames safer from getting under here and everything, that's what I like to use. We're going to let this cool off. We'll come back to it later. I will blow or rag all this water out of here. I'm not going to use this piece, it's too small, but I'll take the back side of this material, is where all the adhesive is, all this black stuff here. I will heat it up, and then I'll scrape it and spread it around, and that'll finish off the perimeter. Then we're painted silver, and there you go. That'll be done. That's it for now.